My name's Carol. I'm a bell ringer. I'm a member of the task force that's been looking at how to safely open up John Knox Church. I'm a proud member of Session, and I'm a nurse. And I filmed this video not as representing the views of my employer or representing the views of Session, but as a mom, as a nurse, as a wife, as a daughter, and as a concerned member of our congregation and our community. In March and April, as we learned more about COVID and saw what was happening across our country and world, it felt like we were standing on a faraway shore, anticipating a tsunami. The tide kept pulling away, but we had no sense or knowledge of how bad that wave would come back or how bad the storm would be. And here in Northeast Ohio, we were given several gifts because of everyone's efforts during lockdown. We had time to prepare in our hospitals, and we were so very grateful. There was still much sadness, there was much sickness, there was heartbreak, there was challenge, but our hospitals in Northeast Ohio were not overwhelmed. Every day during that challenging time, I was blessed with God's tidings. And sometimes when I found a quiet moment to still myself, I could actually feel the prayers coming in. And each of you answered a call and a prayer by doing what everyone needed to do to flatten the curve. Sorry. Today is much different. We have climbing numbers of positive cases, along with climbing numbers of patients who need hospitalized care in Northeast Ohio. And there's an understandable reticence to go back to what March looked like. Many got more comfortable with visiting restaurants and stores, seeing others outside of our immediate family. And sometimes the news changes so fast it's hard to keep up with what the current recommendations are. The prayers are still, of course, very much appreciated, but there's things each one of us can do to answer prayers as well. Try not to touch your face. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water. Use hand sanitizer if you have to. Keep at least 6 feet of distance between yourself and people who are not part of your household. Wear a mask. And before you leave your home, pray and consider thoughtfully. Do I feel even the slightest bit sick? Give yourself the grace to stay home, rest, and feel better. If it seems that you might have the signs and symptoms of COVID, call your doctor, call your primary care provider, and get tested. And of course, at any point, if you need medical attention, please seek help right away. If you saw Sunday's paper, you saw that the CEOs of all Northeast Ohio hospitals came together to write a letter to our community and took out a full-page ad in the Plain Dealer. I encourage you to check it out if you have a moment. And in closing, throughout my nursing career, Psalm 23 has often popped into my head in a time of need. Sometimes it's as an affirmation, but more often than not, it's as my own desperate prayer when I feel like I'm walking through a dark valley. From the New International Version of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack for nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We're entering a dark valley in Northeast Ohio, and we will get through with God and through each of our own sacred actions in the days and weeks to come. Be well.